it's Jessie Lee, and today I want to talk to you about what you should do when somebody gets started in the business but then doesn't even follow your most basic instructions. Like, what are you supposed to do with these people? So, like, been there, done that, got the t-shirt with probably 1,000 people, maybe more than 1,000 people. And so I will kind of walk you through some steps and things that I think have helped me a lot. Because I think the most natural thing to do is sort of give up on people, right? Like, it's kind of annoying. And some people, yeah, like they're not cut out for this because they're not disciplined whatsoever. But I would argue we can probably save more people than not. So the first thing is, one of the first questions I would ask people is not actually jumping them straight into actions, but actually finding out why they're doing this. You might be shocked when you find out somebody's why, and it's just nothing like yours. And so it's important then to relate to them and get them plugged into people that they can relate to. And then knowing somebody's why allows you then to coach them and guide them and direct them even further into what they're doing. So when somebody says, oh, I'm doing this because I want to put my kid in a Montessori school. Then instead of going, hey, Dodo, you didn't even show up and do the flipping training, you can say, hey, babe, like, I really, really want to get your kid in that Montessori school. You know, I really want to help you with this. Like, isn't that better? Yeah, hello, obviously better. So find out their why so you can keep bringing them back to it. I think what a lot of people do is they don't bring people back to their why. They are expecting outcomes from somebody without actually plugging into them. The second thing is I just keep loving on people. I know this might sound really weird and counterintuitive, but I think it's important that people feel loved and people feel important. I think a lot of my business has been built off of relationships with people. And so I like to bring people back in just by normal conversations. And some people won't respond for a while, and I don't really think that matters. I still think it's equally as important to continue your process of loving on them, whether that's just a message, hey, was thinking about you, whether that's a, hey, I'm proud of you, whether that's just commenting on their Facebook posts, whether that's liking their Facebook posts, whether that's responding to their Instagram stories, whatever it is. I tell people all the time, hey, I miss you. Right? And there's been people, I'm in business, I have a lot of women on our team, and so there's a lot of people having babies, and then maybe they get into postpartum depression, and maybe that's why they kind of let their business go, or never even really started their business. And so me reaching out and saying, hey, miss seeing you on the team Zooms, or hey, miss you, this is just a love message, nothing else. I think that brings a lot of people back to their grounding, recenters them, and makes people want to perform more for you, almost like unintentionally makes them feel bad for not doing what they said they were going to do, right? The next thing I like to do in general is just straight up ask people how they're doing. I think what a lot of us as leaders can do is especially, we'll just do it every day. Every day, if you were to message 5 people, hey, how's it going? Hey, how's your business going? Hey, what's up? Hey, was thinking of you. You're going to get a lot more engagement in your team, and people are going to start showing up more. Especially if you do that in those first couple of days, if you as the leader reach out and say, hey, how's it going? How's that launch plan going? Hey, how's that first directive going? Hey, how's this? Hey, how's that? Hey, how are the scripts going? Hey, just wondering, how are you finding the training going so far? Those kinds of things, bringing people back in. Like, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring people back into the fold, okay? Getting them involved and realizing, hey, like, you joined our team, and if you're gonna join the witness protection program, I'm gonna find you. All right? Just kidding, that sounded really psychotic, but whatever. All right, I just think people need to feel you. They need to know that you care, all right? The next thing that I continually do is, and I do this in people's first 60 days, and for me, it's the first 60 days because that's what shows up in our, we have something called like a placement suite. You can place people in business. And so in people's first 60 days, I actually make sure that on Wednesday nights, which is when our big team training is, I personally message everyone who is in that placement suite, placement lounge, and I just say, hey, wanted to personally invite you to the team training tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you on there. And I do it for 2 months. So like if you aren't actually trying to run a business, you are probably going to email the company and be like, get me away from Jessie Lee. She is a harassing coach. All she does is constantly try to make me a better person. Get me away from this crazy lady. I'm kidding. And then in general, I really think it's important to make things you love louder. So if you really love, seeing them on Zooms or seeing them show up or seeing them hit fast track or seeing them talk in ranked chats or whatever chats you have going on or team chats or group exercises or whatever, shout that out. If they get a ticket to the next event, make it known. Like, this girl's been in business for 3 days and she already got a ticket to the next event. You should be like her. And just make the people who are also new and doing things feel really encouraged to get louder and be like, that's right, I'm only in business for 2 days and I did all these things already. I'm just doing what Jessie Lee says. And by doing that, you encourage people to follow your lead and do what you say that they should do. So those are things I like to do when somebody's getting started and they're not really getting started. And if you got any value from this and you want more business tips, I want you to go check out these videos because these are directly about how to get started in your business.